Welcome back, everybody. Boodlyneck here, and this is the next episode of In It to Win It. I have got a ton of stuff to go over today. As you can tell behind me, I've made another big build. This thing is a beast. This is my new Silverfish grinder. The last one, it was a good start. It was a good first try. But I have been working on this, and I have been perfecting it. I've been condensing it, learning it, and I am becoming the master of the Silverfish. This is the final Silverfish grinder of the season. It is keeping up amazing. I've gone through multiple iterations. I have built this thing so many times. Here's the one. I've already destroyed two that I built. So I've built 1, 2, 3. I built one on a second island. That was 4. Then 5, 6. This is the 6th one now that I built, and this thing is enormous. It's a monster, but it is amazing, you guys. I need to boost this real quick. Boost this. There we go. And oh yeah, there we go. So now you guys know if you do build this, that's how I boost it. I just come up here and throw it right at that back wall right there, and it works out great. Covers the tube, covers the drop spout, just in case you run out of time and it opens up and they end up falling down there and getting stacked. Covers where they fall into the cell portal. You're covered everywhere there. That's the way I've been boosting it. But we are going to go over this today, and I want to do a new thing, you guys. I realized, I don't know why I haven't done this before, but I realized that some people don't use Schematica. They don't have Schematica. They don't want to use mods, whatever the reason. I've just been uploading schematics of things, and I don't know why I haven't thought of this before, but I'm going to start uploading a second video every time that I make some sort of a contraption like this. And I will make a second video that goes along with this video where I go over how to build this step by step without Schematica. So it will just be a tutorial video on how to build this without Schematica. It's not that hard. I mean, I've done it a bunch of times, and especially this one. This one is kind of built in modules, as you can see. Each one is kind of a section. And like on this one, I have actually 7 cell portal modules. So there's 7 cell portals here because while 6 is enough to do 24 hours, I like having an extra one. That way you got a little bit of wiggle room. You don't have to worry about your timing so much. If you want to switch one early, you got a little bit of playroom. And then down here is where I usually have my stackers standing. I log them out right now because they're not doing anything. But usually they stand down there. You can have up to 4 stackers here. You could probably even have more, but I've had up to 4 in here stacking away for testing. And I've been testing this thing for a couple days now. I wanted to make sure everything worked right. If you notice over here, we do have some hoppers going into the clocks here, which if you remember is a very similar clock to what was on my other one. But I thought it would be nice for convenience to be able to preload these hoppers with 48 items. That way I can go through and have them all loaded, and then when I want to switch to a different cell portal, all I have to do is flip this switch, which will then unlock this hopper. It will also at the same time unlock this torch, which will start this clock, and it will turn everything on. When stuff goes into this dropper, it will activate this comparator. It will get a signal because there'll be items in there, which will then come through here. It will oh, here's another improvement I made. When these pistons were on top and bottom, Silverfish and items were getting stuck in the piston area when they were pushed out like this, when they were expanded. Items and Silverfish were sometimes getting stuck in that area right there when they were on top and bottom. So in this build, since I moved all the portals to the front, they don't have to be on top and bottom. They can be on the side. And what else is cool about this one? Those are automatic in this one, so you don't have to pick where they come out. As soon as you put an item in, this gate will open. The floor will close, it will dispense water, and they will start going out here automatically. I'll go ahead and show you that a little bit later. I'll wait till this one's about ready to switch. Let me go ahead and show you a previous build. This was the iteration right before that one. Let me show you why I made it the way I did. Over here, this was a really nice build. I compacted the redstone. If you remember my old one, there's the redstone for the old one. I had to tear part of it off to make room for this one. But the redstone is still here. This is the redstone from the previous one, and there used to be cell portals up front and on the sides here. I've taken some of the cell portals off. That's the old redstone. And each level had its own clock. And this one, I was really proud because I compacted the redstone. Look at how compact that is. It's amazing. It works great. and it only runs on one clock. I had a floor level switch here, so you could pick the bottom floor or the top floor. You turn the clock on and off here. It was a really nice system. But here's the issue I had with this one. When I was doing the testing, I test each one for at least a day or two to see if it's good before I release it. And this one, the side portals were making 17% less money than the front portal. So that is why in this build, if you notice, I made it much taller, which is fine. It doesn't take the silverfish long at all to fall that far. Like maybe 1 second to fall down to whatever floor they're going. Whereas over here, if they were going to a side portal, it just slowed them down a lot. Slowed them down a whole bunch. So this way, we get the benefit of getting the max amount of sell time or the max amount of money out of selling out of each portal. And then on top of that, it's all kind of automated and easy. We don't have to open or close gates like we did over here. Over here, we had to choose whether or not, like if I wanted them out of this side. Well, over here, I didn't even have that. I got rid of those pistons because, like I said, we had mobs and loot getting stuck in the pistons. So I had to get rid of the pistons, and I was manually coming in here and opening up which side that I wanted, and then manually then closing which side I didn't want. So I had to come in here and do this every time and then activate it and all that. And this one, since they're all in front, we get the benefit of putting the pistons on the side. So now we don't have those issues anymore. It's all automatic. I will go ahead and show you guys how this works. I'll go ahead and activate a bottom one here. That way it won't interfere with that. So whenever we want to activate this, say we wanted to switch to this cell portal, we would come here, we would right click, right? We would activate it. So we would click this, and then all you have to do, you come over here, as long as you have it all preloaded, then you just come over here, you flick that, it will unlock it. Oh, we're going to have an issue because they are going to stack. Whoops, there we go. There we go. Okay, I thought they would stack on the one that was up above there. Okay, so now it is open. These items are unloading into here. We should end up with just the right amount of items in here to last us for 4 hours. And automatically, these opened up, the floor closed, dispensed the water. Now, when the last item leaves this dropper, just like before, we are going to take this out. I'm going to go ahead and take this off. I'm going to fill this back up before these despawn. And then when we want to refill it, this is how it will be when it runs out. To refill it, we want to lock it, come here, and then just go ahead and put 48 items back in, and it is ready to go again. And as you can see, when that last item came out, the floor opened back up, the water sucked back in, and the gate closed. All automatic, so easy, so nice. I love this build, you guys. I love it, love it. I'm proud of it. I hope you guys enjoy it. I have been enjoying it. It makes a lot of money. It is great at making money, and there is a lot of room to grow in this one. A ton of room to grow. Let's go ahead and go inside and take a look at the spawning chamber. Okay, this is the spawning chamber for this thing, and it is ridiculous. Each one of these white glass. First of all, I went with a 2x2 column for the silverfish or for the spawners. I think it will maximize the amount of silverfish or spawns, whatever kind of spawns you want to use this for. And as you can see, I have got a ton of spawners in here, you guys. I really don't know how many, but my guess would be we are getting somewhere around probably close to 700, 600, 700. I know we're over 600,000 silverfish in here, and it is keeping up, no issues at all. And we have got a lot of room to grow. And there's actually room in here for 3 alts. So I've actually got 2 alts in here right now. I've got this level of alts, this level, and there is room for 1 more alt up here if we grow to this high. Now, if you remember in the previous silverfish grinder that I made, we were having some issues with the silverfish dying before they got to the cell portals. So that is why I added this. This is what I call a water net. I don't know if there's already a name for it or not, but a water net is the best thing that I could come up with for it, for the name. Look at all these silverfish. Oh my goodness, that's so nice to watch. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. But anyway, by putting this water net here, it prevents them from coming to their end down here, which is really nice. And then I also put a couple water nets coming down the tube here. And I got to thank Alinac again for giving me the idea for the sign floor, or the water net, as I call it. I don't know if there is a name for this already. If anybody's come up with a name for it, let me know down in the comments. But I will call it a water net TM. Nobody else use that. If you use that name, you owe me money. Copyright TM. mine. And here I have the hoppers up above the drop tube. And as you can see in here, I have emerald blocks filtered out. That way, if any of them do come to their end, then I will sell the goods that they drop. Or if I am wanting to stack, then it is filtering out the emerald blocks. So that way I can still stack here. If I miss the switch on a sell portal or anything like that, then I could just have my stackers down here waiting. And when the silverfish fall all the way through, because there are no sell portals active, then my stackers will stack away, and it is virtually lossless this way. So we're either selling the goods or we're stacking the goods. We're not losing anything. And I guess I didn't explain that quite all the way. If we take a look in here, the black spots are non-spawnable areas. So if you build this yourself, only put spawners where there is white glass, okay? Or actually, I mean, this will be... this will also be in the schematic, because I haven't made a schematic yet. So you are going to have all of these spawners here in the schematic. When you start filling this yourself, what I would suggest is to put white glass here where all of these are. You can actually use a command like schematic replace. And then you would want to use, I think, mob spawners. Yeah, so replace mob spawners with stained glass, and then you would want to do like color equals white, and a command like that when you're printing it out, and then go ahead and run that. I don't have a schematic loaded, so it won't do it, but if you do a command like that, I believe that'll work. I haven't tested it. Then it should replace all of these spawners that I placed with white glass for you, and that way it will print it out for you nice and easy. But yeah, what I was going to say is replace all of these with white glass, and then when you start placing them, start at the bottom here and stay in the middle. They fall much faster. Like if we watch one of these that spawns way up here, it only takes it maybe a second or two to fall all the way down. But I was testing some out here. I put some spawners out here, and it takes them a good 4 or 5 seconds to get to the middle. So I would go up as high as you can, keep them in the middle, and they will get out of here way faster than by going wide. They travel down much faster than they travel horizontally. So I would suggest that. And also when you're filling this, don't try to put any more below here. You need these 2 blocks of space. I tried putting some below here in the first one over there, the last one that I built. And if you put them below this spot, they won't fall through. They need the momentum of falling to get through this water net here. If you put them any lower, then they will just sit here and swim in the water, and you definitely don't want that. So just keep it just like it is. This thing is working great. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys get a lot of use, and I hope you guys get filthy stinking rich off of it like I am. I am getting so rich. It is ridiculous. So yeah, I think that is it. I think we've gone over everything on this thing. Let me take a look and make sure. I don't think there is anything else to go over. One thing you want to watch out for is when the last item comes out of this dropper is when it will deactivate this. So it will open the floor up, close the gate, and suck the water back into the dispenser. There is still going to be one on the pressure plate here. The pressure plate will have one on it when this deactivates. So you might want to put 49 items in here. I do 48 because I don't mind losing a little bit of time on the sell portal. That's why I put that extra sell portal. If I lose a few minutes on each sell portal, not a big deal, because I've got an entire extra 4 hours that I can work with. But what I say you need to watch out for is if you still have one floating on this pressure plate and you turn this one on, items stack if they're close to each other. So when this spits one out, it's going to stack on this, and it is going to keep spitting them out, and they're going to keep stacking, and they're never going to land on this pressure plate. So before you activate one, make sure you go by like this and collect the one off the pressure plate, and then activate the next one. That's something you do need to look out for if they're close to each other. If you're going from top to bottom or far apart, doesn't matter. They won't stack. They need to be pretty close to stack items like that. And is there anything else that you need to look out for? Now, I did use some of my hopper limit with these item hoppers here, like I said earlier, and you definitely don't have to do that. You could totally leave these hoppers out, and just whenever you want to start the sell portal, just go ahead and click into here and load 48 items, and it will work just fine. just out of convenience, I really like this. And if you're using cell portals like this, the hoppers aren't quite so important anymore. I mean, you are going to lose a little bit of money. This is taking up 7 of my hoppers. So you will be losing a little bit of money from selling the nether stars and that type of stuff. But by the time you hit the cell portal limit, as far as all of your portals are collecting and selling and you're getting overflow, you'll be making enough money, hopefully, with this system, with your cell portals and stuff, to where those few hoppers aren't going to make that big of a deal anyway. You'll be getting most of your money from these cell portals. And these, if you're building this, these are important here. These two, or these 4 signs are actually important, just in case you ever have lag and this water does not get sucked back in fast enough. You don't want the water coming down here. So those are to catch any water, any spilled water anywhere. So definitely leave those there. Don't think that was an accident. That was definitely on purpose. I'll go over the redstone and all of this in the tutorial video. I will go over it piece by piece so you guys totally understand what's going on. That would be really nice. Every time I build a contraption like this, I get a lot of people messaging me, asking me to build it for them. Something doesn't work. Can I explain it for them or whatever? And I'm sorry guys, but I really don't have time to do it for everybody. I'm spending a lot of time making all these. I mean, you can imagine, like I said, I probably spent 40 hours or more building and rebuilding these, trying to get it down just right to how I like it. If I'm spending all of my time building these then for everybody that asks me, I would never have time to do another thing or make another video. So that is the idea of the tutorial videos. So that way, if you're having issues, you could go watch the tutorial video. You can maybe learn how the redstone works, why it's there, what does what. And then if you're having issues, hopefully you can figure it out from there. But as always, on top of the tutorial video, which is new, I will also be putting a schematic in my Discord. So join my Discord if you want this schematic. And I would say get this one, guys. This thing is amazing. I'm going to start off next season with this. This is just what I'm going to use from the get-go. It's an amazing build. I am so proud of it. I hope you guys enjoy it. I enjoy making these things, and I definitely enjoy sharing it and hearing how you guys like it and how you enjoy it. So yeah, definitely join and get that, and you guys won't regret it. This thing is amazing. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and boost again because I have been slacking on boosting, and I still got an hour and 45 minutes on that one, so we are good to go there. No worries. Keep an eye out for the rock lobster tutorial and the I don't have a name for this thing yet. I think I'm just going to call it the Mega Silverfish Grinder of Doom. Yeah, keep an eye open for this and the rock lobster tutorials. I'm going to try to get those out as quickly as I can for those of you that want to learn how to build this and maybe learn a little bit of redstone along the way. I've got those coming out very, very soon. And I'll go ahead and put it up now. As you can see in my Discord, the mini games are winning. I put it up in my Discord up for a vote on what we should do for the 200 subscriber special, and the mini games are winning by quite a bit. So we are definitely going to be doing the mini games. Let me bring it up. I have it on a notepad over here. I wrote down what I plan to do, or when I plan to do it, I guess. So let me go ahead and go over this right now. We're going to have the mini game day Saturday, November 23rd. Okay, and I'm going to schedule, I hear a clock ticking over there. I want to get out of range of that. So Saturday, November 23rd, and we are going to schedule 3 2-hour periods. Right now I'm thinking it's going to be 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are going to go to Hypixel that day, and we are going to play mini games. So if you like playing mini games, or if you just want to hang out with everybody from MineSaga over at Hypixel, we'll go over there, and we are going to run the show that day. Hopefully there'll be a ton of us over there, and we will just have a blast playing mini games over there. And then the boss fight. The boss fight is actually losing in the votes, but I think we're still going to do the boss fight. I've already had quite a few donations of bosses. We're going to have a lot of bosses to fight that day, and I think we are also going to do that Saturday, November 23rd. We will do that at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and make sure you have extra armor if you do come to the boss fight. There is a lot of bosses, and it is nice to have an extra set of armor. Just like in the dungeons, you're going to want to swap armor, do a fix-all. Well, I guess that's the big difference, is you only need one extra set. You can swap out your armor, do a /fix-all, and you are good to go then. So, and it would be nice to have some extra for anybody that does lose their armor or their armor breaks. So if anybody could bring spare armor that day, it would be appreciated. I'll set some chests up where we can put all the spare armor. What else was there? Oh, the other thing is a Twitter giveaway. That's right. I have got a ton of points. As you can see, look at those points. I've got more points than I could ever use. So I am doing a giveaway on Twitter. All you have to do is like, follow, and retweet. And I'm going to pick 2 people to give 5,500 points away to each. I'm going to pick the winner of that this Sunday. That's November 17th. I'll pick the winner at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will announce the winner either on Twitter, or if I've got a video coming out soon, I'll announce it maybe in the video. I'm not totally sure where or when I'm going to announce the winner, but I will make sure that I get you guys your points. If you're picked, then just go ahead and send me a DM and we'll figure out when to meet up or how I can give you the points. Give me your IGN and all that sort of thing. But yeah, that is all the news I think I have going on. There's a lot of news going on. After this, I'm going to get busy on the tutorial videos right away. And hopefully those will be out within a day or 2 from this one releasing. Also tomorrow, I hope to release the video showing how to AFK mine the rock lobster with 0 blaze in the blaze farm. It's all due to a modification I made and some experiments I did. And you guys are going to love it. You'll be able to get tons of points just like me. But that is all the time we have for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Bully Neck with In It to Win It. If you like this episode, do me a big favor and hit that like button down below. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, maybe consider subscribing. As soon as we get to that 500 subscriber mark, you guys, we are going to do something crazy. I don't know what yet, but it is going to be ridiculous. I guarantee that. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and that will get that number up there quicker to where we can do some more fun things. But yeah, keep playing, keep having fun. We will see you guys next time. Bye.